everybody. It's just in case of American Newscape, joining our friend and media personality, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of Meatball Therapy. Hello, Jerry. We're a little worse for wear, but we're here. So
we are here,
back
right?
To American Newscape.
We've actually been here for a little while. We don't shut the hell up, man.
Yeah, that's right.
we just
like to talk.
We go on the topics.
But they realize that.
We go on topics of from yeast to opportunities. Oh wait, could that be a show topic tonight? I don't know. Could it be?
I don't think yeast will work, but maybe opportunities.
Yeah, yeast is a fungus that's among us. We don't want that in our life, bad. But yes, indeed, opportunities do matter. And we are on show number 99.
A lot.
99. I mean, for this guy to give me, and I'm looking at my Facebook audience now, for this guy to give me the opportunity, I'm so grateful. So when we hit 100 shows, man, I expect a cake. Or bread from the left coast where you are, with some of that fermented yeast that you put vitamin C in, which is a great concept.
There you go.
We're not going to talk economics. We're not going into home economics now. We're not going back to high school. But opportunities. Go ahead.
No, we're talking opportunities here.
Yeah, and I was just talking about yeast. I was digressing. Opportunities indeed do matter because opportunities is what creates matter. I had the privilege of taking a goal test 6 months ago. It's almost 6 months with my birthday coming up. It'll be that 6 month time. And there was a speaker, he said, look, if you take the next 6 months and you focus only on what you want, act accordingly, do your due diligence in what you're doing, you're going to attract the most amazing things. Your life literally is going to change for whatever you're focusing on. To me, I love challenges like this because it got me thinking of the quote from Morgan Freeman, get busy living or get busy dying. We have, my mom busts my chops every week that I see her. When are you going to settle down and retire? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just not me. I can't do it. It's not my nature. Granted, I'm going to be 59 soon, and I'm getting inundated with AARP mail, but I can't. It's not in my verbiage. But that challenge really kicked it off for me. It really helped me understand. Wait, I'm doing great with what I'm doing now. Why don't I bring it to the next power, to the third power? And I can honestly say, for the past several months, America's Mentor has jacked several 100% in followers and views and all these different opportunities, including the one that you and I talked about before the show, have come to pass because of it. The point I'm trying to make is thoughts do become things. And if you put a direct emphasis on that desire, I can't emphasize it more enough, give it your all, and all will be given. And they say it in scripture, they say it in philosophy. These aren't just passive words. They're a creation mode in your life.
Well, I have to agree with you, Jerry, and I've always had that belief, I was always saying, give me the opportunity. I just want the opportunity. And they do matter.
They do. They literally start the process in the quantum field to bring it to you. Because what did Buddha say? What you think you become. What you feel you attract. What you imagine you create. I wanted to make sure I got every word of that and not paraphrase a single dot of that, because that should be everybody's template if they really want to enhance their life with this sense of purpose. Not everybody is goal-driven like you and I. I get it. Some people just want peace. Okay, fine. You want peace in your life, you focus on that. You surround yourself with it. Whatever it might be, we're all not carved from the same stone here. We're all malleable in creating our life. But especially the people in my categories with America's Mentor in the upper echelon of age, get busy living your life. Or you can get busy preparing to die. And that alone should be a wake-up call for people to realize that they're creation machines. And if you can imagine, indeed, you can become it. And the great thing about this is that the more you focus on that desire, whatever it might be. If you're just creating peace in your life, like I mentioned, you're going to create more opportunities. You don't have to chase opportunities in life. You don't have to go out and seek and ye shall find, like I mentioned on last night's show with America's Mentor. The opportunities are going to come to you. And a perfect example was months ago when you and I were talking before a show. I had mentioned I wanted to grow the network. Out of the blue, what did you come up with? Opus. I mean, this is not coincidence. And you basically, with your little insight and my energy directing towards you, have literally doubled and tripled the views for my show. It's the synchronicities like this that you're going to start attracting. But you have to put a direct emphasis on what you truly desire.
Well, you talk about opportunities. To me, is always seize the moment. Seize the moment.
That,
But if we go back to when we started this specific show, neither of us were proficient in doing that, and I wouldn't say that we're proficient in it now. But we're building an audience, and we're true to that. We're true to ourselves, which I think the audience is starting to appreciate.
well, face your fears or your fears will face you. I mean, seize the moment or the moment will seize you. That was a great point when you said seize the moment. In other words, you're taking command of your thinking. You're taking command of your conscious thinking in the present moment. That alone starts the wheels of evolution in your life and transformation to the third power. To seize the moment, and that's a great point, because what that speaker was saying, he goes, focus only on your desires. In other words, seize the moment. Because in that moment, you're creating energy. What are you doing with that energy? You're sending it off. It's connecting to the same like energy. Like energy attracts like energy. There you go. Law of attraction in action. This is what I mean. You're letting life come to you instead of you go chase it. By focusing on only what you desire in the most amazing way. You're imagining it. You're thinking about it. Most importantly, you're feeling it. Life can only bring you more of that. So indeed, seize the moment. Take complete control of your conscious thinking. We had talked about this last week. Daunting, indeed. To some people, it's daunting because it's a struggle. We're taking the unnatural part of ourself to make it a natural part of self. Doing it over and over of your desires and your thoughts and your feelings and practicing it every day, it becomes a natural process. You're just redoing what you're thinking about. In other words, you're transforming into what you want.
Right. What some people like to call second nature. It becomes a second nature. It becomes part of your process. It becomes a place of inspiration. And once you develop this skill, it's very addictive. It's hard. You will have it.
You're absolutely right. That's the problem, and I say it in a good way. You start hitting some, things that link up to your desire, and it starts clicking. I don't go to bed, man. We talked about an opportunity I had. I just didn't go to bed. You literally are driven, indeed, because you're starting to match what the universe is giving you. And don't get me wrong, universe, like I always say with America's Mentor and with you, that's not some cosmo planet thing. It's, if you take a synonym of universe, it's creation, or to create. So basically the universe is just your creation being created. In other words, what you're thinking about, you're bringing about. Those kind of situations will start happening on a mass scale. And they have with me. Granted, with what I'm doing with this and the opportunities, because all I'm doing every day is literally taking all of my energy to the higher power and sending it out in my thoughts, my feelings, acting accordingly, and never speaking down about what I'm doing, focusing on the old age thing, as my mom was always telling me about, to get a real haircut, which she'll always do, mind you. But it's just me being me. It's being genuine. When you can become genuine, that true self, that's the person you've always wanted to be. You cracked the shell and you planted the seed. Now you cracked the shell. The only way to go is up from there.
Oh, absolutely. And we always talk about incremental steps or baby steps. It's feel confident in starting that adventure. And I always like to say adventure because that's what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you have a firm belief in it and a desire, it's just a candy store waiting to be opened. A lot of people don't understand that because we're so used to conformity and conditioning by other people and situations and religions and all these things going on in our life, shaping our lives. When we have the power to shape our lives, where we have the power to bring all we want to us. And if you keep doing that every day, I mean, it's a repetitive, maybe redundant way of saying it, but indeed, you have to keep doing it. All of us know how to ride a bike. Yes, indeed. You heard that metaphor. We've fallen off, get back up. We can fall. It's the same thing with conscious thinking. You have to keep practicing it and putting yourself in the environment that is going to trigger more thoughts about it. However way you can. I know certain people can't. Their situation, I get it. But different people focus differently. In other words, some can block out life, well, like I can, because I love to block out my situation. If I'm not happy there, to go somewhere else. You can go anywhere you want in your imagination, because in that imagining, in that feeling, in that believing, in that conscious state of mind is your creation.
Well, it's about trying to build the passion for it too, Jerry. And I've always been very interested in watching a Hare Krishna band come down the street because they have that passion and that energy to accomplish what they're doing. I've never turned a Jehovah's Witness away at my door because they show up with a passion and an energy to share a story with me. And I don't think less of them. I
Mm-hmm.
don't buy necessarily what they're saying, but I can enjoy being in that space with them because it's a positive force.
Well, you're intrigued by their dedication. You know what I
Yes.
mean? To their belief. I mean, that's a great point. You become so involved with your belief of what you can have, be, or do. You're gonna get it. It's gonna manifest. This is like the infomercial, like we mentioned before. It just keeps on giving. The gift that keeps on giving, because you feel good about it. When you feel good about it, you hit that sweet spot. You've seized the moment. And all you got to do is condition your mind to stay in that moment. You may not be able to do it on a thinking level, but on a feeling level, by feeling good, acting accordingly. I mean, you don't have to do all these steps. You pick one or two and follow through. You're going to start seeing the opportunities literally start coming to you. This is the beauty about life. We are in complete control of our thought process. Therefore, the self-fulfilling prophecy is our choice to create, however it may be. Few people will believe that, but yet they'll believe in karma. It's your own karma. Your life is just a reflection of what you see and your constant thoughts about yourself. So indeed, if you've got a desire and you're intrigued with by passion of other people, that means you have the same attribute. Take that with your goals and use that every day in your life.
Oh, absolutely. And we all know karma's a bitch, Jerry.
I,
Don't try and tell us otherwise.
use it in a good way, man. I love the karma in my life. I love that karma because it just means comeback. That alone should intrigue people to literally focus on their dreams every day and their desires every day, whatever it might be. It doesn't have You don't have to build a skyscraper. You can build the most beautiful home inside of your mind and live in that every day. They say in scripture, we have many mansions. Indeed, they're talking about our subconscious mind, our storehouse. The brain is just an electronic switching station. It's telling things how where to go, what to create in your body. Our mind is our creation system. When people realize that, they'll realize that they have direct control of how they feel, what they create in their body, what they create in their life. Take a direct emphasis on it, put a stern belief in it, because we already know what we want in some way. But if you can, in other words, like you said, keep practicing it and believing in it, you're going to grow with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we hope you flourish with it. And we don't tell people to do this, but we encourage them to consider it.
Oh yeah, I love sharing stories like with myself and others. Um, about stuff like this because people want to see results. I get the whole thing with that. I truly get it. But it wasn't until I changed what I was thinking about that I changed what I was bringing about.
Well, people also need to enhance their assessment skills because they may be not recognizing the results that they're starting to
Oh,
see.
yeah, great point. They're not seeing the little things.
Right.
They're not seeing the little synchronicities that are happening. They're too busy, mired in the issues with the day. Great point. That's the power of focus. It's not really hard. When you become one with yourself, you start seeing everything. I mean, you start seeing every little thing and you look forward to the day because this is going to be great. What am I going to create today to bring me closer? That kind of verbiage in your self-image that you're bringing forth every day is going to change your life eventually. It's going to bring all this good into your life because all you see is good. Whatever you see in life is what you bring in life. When you start understanding your desires, you're going to start noticing all the little things that come with it. Like, wow, that's cool. Like I mentioned with the opus with you and I. The minute you told me, I'm like, oh, synchronicity. Look at this guy. He's giving me all these little things you're going to start seeing. And to me, I got jacked when you told me that. I said, wait a minute, wow. And bingo. I mean, that alone, is huge with America's Mentor. It's really enhanced the show incredibly. But that's what you're going to start seeing. You put a direct emphasis and give yourself a timetable. Do it for 6 months. Do it for a month. And just keep a direct emphasis on what you're thinking about, seizing the moment as much as you can, not dwelling in what happened back there. It's not going to happen anymore unless you keep thinking about it. Focus on right now what you're trying to create. That's why they call it the present.
Well, and you and I both are adept at turning off the outside noise.
Oh yeah, a lot of practice on that, but
We don't.
it works. Go ahead.
When now society, there's too many Chicken Littles running around trying to convince us that the sky is falling, and I
Yeah.
just don't listen to it anymore.
Are
I
we,
don't care.
we talking about the media again?
Nah, we're talking about too many people.
Too many people
Too
that
many
have
people.
been programmed. And
Yes.
they're great people, the Krishnas and Jehovah Witnesses, they're great people, but they were programs. You got to ask yourself, how do I want to be programmed? Because we can be programmed. We can be programmed to be happy, healthy, whole, fearless, fearful. Pick your passion or pick your poison. We know it depends on what you're focusing on is what you're going to bring upon. I chose the person I've always wanted to be and practice that every day because you have to keep reinstalling it or else it's going to get hacked, man. It's going to get hacked by the news. It's going to get hacked by life. It's going to get hacked by your surroundings and people that you surround yourself with. When you get on a wavelength of success that you're feeling on the inside, you can only match it on the outside. People aren't going to relate to you that used to relate to you. Change is hard, but not changing is harder.
Well, it may be a little challenging, but it's worth the effort. It
It's worth the
certainly is.
effort. It'll extend your life. You'll feel better. You'll feel more purposeful in your life. You'll have a reason to get up every day. That's what I love to do, man. A lot of people just get up. You know, my emphasis is get up, bring up, step up. Be the best you. Watch what life is going to bring you. You get that kind of passion in your life, you're going to start creating the most amazing things in your life because you're going to start seeing better results. People that were there aren't going to be there because they don't match your frequency. Opportunities are going to start showing up because you feel it, you believe it. This is the beauty that we were told not to do. Use our imagination. That's why they laughed at Einstein when he was doing that. But how did he come up with all his philosophies and his beliefs? By shutting himself out from the world. Because the world was trying to tell him to be who he wasn't. And a lot of people got to understand that for themselves. The world around us, social media in general, is inundating you to be something that you're not. You have a choice to be or not to be. And that's the question.
No, no, that was one of our blessings as children because that was romper room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Doobie. Be a doobie.
I used to run from Mr. Rogers' all like, he scares me. But
Yeah. Yeah. Something wrong with this picture.
yeah, it's not good. Didn't feel right. Leave. Great show, man. Awesome.
Well, you're too young, but Captain Kangaroo used to talk to puppets.
He scared me
He was
more. I
just-
couldn't watch him.
He wasn't all there.
No,
He really wasn't
it's
all
like
there.
watching Teletubbies with my kids when they were younger. It just scared me. These monsters jumping around with costumes on. I can't. I mean, maybe it's a clown thing. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, clowns are frightening. So, hey, Jerry, that's a good place to leave off. You know, clowns are frightening. Everybody, this has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you Meatball Therapy and talking about opportunities. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.